In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers set out into the snowy Ural mountains of Russia. A few weeks later, rescuers found their campsite torn apart, their tent shredded from the inside, bodies scattered across the snow, barefoot, half-dressed, with injuries that made no sense. No one knows for sure what happened that night. This is the terrifying mystery of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. The story begins on January 23, 1959. 10 students and graduates from the Ural Polytechnic Institute planned a 200-mile skiing expedition through the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains. Their leader was Igor Dyatlov, just 23 years old, tough, smart, and meticulous. The group included 8 men and 2 women, all young, energetic, and experienced hikers. Their goal: reach Mount Otorten. In the language of the local Mansi people, its name means "don't go there." On January 28th, one hiker, Ural, fell ill and turned back. He didn't know it then, but he'd be the only one to survive. By February 1st, the group had reached the slopes of Kolatsyakul, which means Mountain of the Dead. As a snowstorm rolled in, they made camp on the mountain's exposed slope, instead of moving into the nearby forest for shelter. Why they stopped there remains one of many unanswered questions. Oh, that night, something went terribly wrong. When they didn't return home, search teams were sent out. It took 2 weeks before rescuers found the campsite. Their tent was discovered, slashed open from the inside. Their boots, coats, and supplies were left untouched. It looked as if they had run for their lives into the freezing night. One by one, the bodies were found, scattered across the snow, over a mile from the camp. The first 2 were near a tree, barefoot, wearing only underwear. A fire had been lit nearby. 3 more were found between the tree and the tent, as if they had tried to crawl back. The final 4 were discovered months later, buried beneath the snow in a ravine. And what rescuers found next made no sense. Some had crushed ribs and fractured skulls, injuries similar to a car crash. One woman was missing her eyes, another, her tongue. Yet there were no signs of struggle, no footprints other than their own. Radiation was even detected on some of their clothes. It was as if something or someone had struck in total silence and vanished. Over the decades, countless theories have tried to explain what happened at Dyatlov Pass. Avalanche. The simplest idea: they heard the rumble of snow collapsing and cut their way out of the tent to escape. But the slope was too shallow, and there was no sign of an avalanche. Military experiments. Some believe they stumbled into secret Soviet weapons tests, parachute mines, or radiation weapons, forcing officials to cover it up. The Yeti theory. Others claim strange footprints and missing body parts prove they were attacked by something not human. Infrasound. A modern theory suggests the wind created a low-frequency sound that triggered panic, confusion, and hallucination. None of these theories fully explain the evidence. Every answer only raises more questions. In 2019, Russia reopened the investigation and officially blamed an avalanche after all. But many experts and even family members still reject that explanation. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains one of history's coldest mysteries, a story frozen in time. 9 young explorers, gone without a trace of truth. One survivor, Ural, later said, "If I had not turned back, I would have shared their fate." Whatever happened that night in 1959, only the mountain knows. If you love strange, unsolved stories from history, subscribe to the Time Archive for more, because sometimes the truth is buried deeper than we think.